just went through as I was saying that. I'm sorry, got a little distracted. Happy Monday, everybody. I hope you are having a great start to your week. I am here live at Beadaholique. It is 2 p.m. Pacific time, so 5 o'clock Eastern. And we are here to do a beading class, and what we're gonna make are these earrings. So I had really fun putting these together. They're very dramatic dagger earrings. I'm calling them the Bella Poke earrings. Now the colors are not very Bella Poke, but I feel like the look and the style is, you could always do these in like bronzes and golds and blacks and jets and silver if you want to go a little bit more of traditional colors. But I love the fun bright colors of these, the saturated hues. So these are what we're going to be making today, and I'll take them off here so we can see them up close. And they're really fun and they're pretty easy to make too. And I see we have Terry here and Teresa and Tanya. Hello guys, and Francie. And of course we have Michelle and Eric helping us in the background too. So if there's a question that I'm stumped on or we need a link or something like that, they are great. Oh, Dee from Miami and Mary and Monica and Maria and Flora. Hello guys. So if you are here on Beadaholique and you comment, I can see your comment live. If you are over on one of our other platforms like YouTube or Facebook, please feel free to comment. Just know I can't see them live. There is a link in the description of your video. You can click on it and pop on over to Beadaholique, and then when you comment, I can see it live, and you can also be entered into our giveaway because we're gonna do a giveaway today as well. Hello Tracy and Lisa and Sheila and Santa Barbara Girl and Hazel. Hello guys. Oh, it's good to see familiar names. Our beading friends are all here today. Okay, let me take off an earring so you can kind of see it up close. I'll take off the other one right now too so we can see it. All right, so this here is what we're gonna be making. So we've got daggers. Now, when we looked at some of those Timeless Wonders Czech glass beads, I know that was a request of, could I please do a design showing how to use daggers? So I wanted to do this here. So these are really pretty etched. They're like laser etched, they're very cool. And then they've got a Czech glass pearl. They have a bunch of other Czech glass beads and this really pretty Raven's Journey, kind of like a spiral. I think it's called like a sun wheel. And then we go up to the top here with a really easy attachment method. So we're gonna have fun with that today. So that is our project. And then like I said, we are going to be doing a giveaway, and the giveaway is going to be for the kit to make this. This is a memory wire, and again, it's Czech glass because we love Czech glass. This is a Bohemian Czech glass memory wire bracelet kit, and we're gonna be giving this away partway through the show here. We gotta be on Beadaholique to enter because I have to be able to see your comment live. So that is how you're going to enter to win. We'll ask a question, and then if you are the first with the correct answer, Michelle will flag your comment and you will be selected to win this. So that's really fun too. So lots and lots of fun today. Quickly, before we kind of get right into designing, if you are new here, welcome. The way this works is I'm live. So if you have a question, even if it's not about what I'm working on, feel free to ask. We have a wonderful community here. Everyone is so knowledgeable and so helpful, and feel free to ask any question you like about jewelry making, beading, all of that good stuff. And then we will help you answer it. I can help you, Michelle, Eric can, our wonderful community can as well. If you are on Beadaholique, we can see your comments live, which is great. Like, hi everyone, I see hello, and Renee from Utah, hello. And Sherry, hello everybody. So if you are here on Beadaholique, I can read your comments, and that is great. Now again, if you're on YouTube or Facebook, pop on over following the link in the description of your video to Beadaholique, and then we can see your comments, and then you can also participate in the giveaway in a little bit. Hello, Wendy from Tennessee, and Judy, hello, and Angel from Savannah, nice. Julie is from New Jersey, I love this. And Rhonda's enjoying making memory wire bracelets. I like memory wire too, it's really fun. PJ, hello, and Judy from Dallas. Oh my gosh, I love seeing all these places. My husband, he's on his way back from Boston right now, and he fell in love with Boston, like full on in love with Boston. So now I want to make a trip out there. So I'm getting all excited to maybe plan like a fall trip out to the East Coast because I'm on the West Coast. Oh, and hi everyone's from southern West New York State. I've heard that's beautiful. Wendy's from Maryville, hello, and Teresa's from Illinois. Connie from New Jersey. Oh my gosh, we have everybody from this is all spread out. This is wonderful. Luna says, I've been to Boston. Oh, and Julie's from Northwestern Pennsylvania. That's another place I want to go. I have a friend there. Oh, Tracy, my boys are still on summer break, so we might hear them come in at some point. They're at the neighbors right now. They don't start school for another 2 weeks. We have a little bit of a late start with our district. Thank you for asking, though. We're all excited for school to start again. Oh my gosh, I love this. I love reading everybody's comments and where you guys are from. This is wonderful. Oh, and Marianne is saying I'm only 35 miles from there. That's fun. Oh, Colorado Springs. That's another place I want to go to. I love it. Oh, and Deb is my neighbor in Brea. I love it. Yay. Yeah, I'm in Claremont. So I'm kind of inland a little bit, but I'm still LA County, which is fun. Oh, Citrus Heights. Hello, Alice. All right, guys, we're going to have fun. This is a great, great group. We're all over the place today. This is wonderful. Pam's from Kansas. Oh my goodness. Okay. I could sit here and read comments all day and we could chat about all the wonderful places that we all want to visit and that we're from. It's great. Okay, I'm going to flip my camera down here in just a minute. If you have a question, again, feel free to ask it. There's also that shopping bag that has everything preloaded into the show. It's a great resource. So you can click on that and it'll show you everything. It'll tell you about the bead sizes and the pricing and the quantity and all that good stuff. There's a little heart icon. So if you like what you see, you can do that. There's a little share button. Oh my gosh, I just keep wanting to read where everybody's from. I love this. South Florida for Tanya and Mary Ellen's from New Hampshire. I love it. And then what else? Oh, if you want to go back and rewatch, as soon as this show ends, this video is saved. So even though Beadaholique is closing, we're going through our closing sale, everything is 40% off. We are going to keep our YouTube channel up. So these videos that are saved will be available even after Beadaholique closes because we want to keep the learning going and keep that going. So we will keep the videos up on YouTube, which is where you can also find this replay as well as the Beadaholique site, even after Beadaholique closes. So I know we get that question a lot. Oh, hello, Miss J from Nova. Hello. And Margaret, Mary Ellen from Lancaster. Oh, New Hampshire is another one I want to go to. I love all the hearts, you guys. We have such a good group here. Okay, I am going to flip my camera down so you can see all the things we get to play with today because we are going to play. That's how I always think of this, as playing with the beads and having fun. So I'm going to go ahead and flip my camera. I saw someone say we're having a heat wave. We are having a little bit of a heat wave too. I think it's getting a little bit better, but we're going to be 90 something today. I love all the fun we have here too. It's so fun. Oh, and I see Linda from Boston. Hello, Linda. My husband just loved Boston so much. Okay, so here is the finished piece. So this is a little easier to see when I hold it up when the camera's flipped down like that. So we're going to be combining daggers. We actually have demi rounds. We have English cut Czech glass beads, Czech pearls, kind of these drops. We've got seed beads, and then we have this really easy attachment method where we just go through an 8/0 seed bead with a jump ring. I love the green daggers too. So these are like a laser etched dagger, which I think is really pretty. I put a couple other ones in the shopping bag as well, just because they come in a lot of different finishes and styles, and there's even more. And so I put, like I said, I put a couple of them in that shopping bag. I happen to have these ones here, which I thought could be really cool as well. I thought those were a neat finish on those and kind of pattern. Here's a more muted one. And you can see I've been playing with these at different times. So you can kind of wire wrap daggers too if you wanted to. So those are really fun. I put some other ones there too. There's even ones that look kind of like what is it? My brain's blanking, not beach glass, but it looks like the glass that you pick up on the beach, which is really fun. So a lot of different daggers you can choose from. I really liked these little etched ones. I thought that pattern was super pretty on there. Sea glass, thank you, Eric. I don't know why I could not think of that. So I have to tell you, I have eaten so poorly today. I've had nothing but sugar. So I think maybe my mind is suffering here. But I thought that these were really pretty little daggers, and we're going to be playing with them. Then these are the other focal. These are these little sun wheels, and they're a pretty little bead as well. So when making memory wire bracelets, can it be used to make Egyptian arm bracelets? You know what? I think it probably could. I think I know what you're talking about, and I think you probably could with the memory wire because it retains its shape. That is a great question, though. It also kind of can expand out a little bit, so it could grab on to the arm and stay up there. So that could be something that would work with it. Great question. Oh, you're in Riverside, Diane. I love it. We like going to Riverside. We like that. We like it. There's an amusement park there that we take the kids to. We love it. Okay, so also in the shopping bag, I put some of these. These are also Czech glass beads. They're aster beads. And I thought if you wanted something a little bit different than that sun wheel, these would be really pretty as an option too, because they're almost the same size. So I put a couple different colors in there. Oh, hello, North Carolina. Hello, Netta. Great. Oh my gosh, everyone. This is so fun. We've got people near me here in Southern California, all over the place. Okay, for the other beads we're going to use. So we're going to use the sun wheels. We're going to use the daggers. We're going to use these pretty little like teardrop beads. You can see what they're shaped like. So they're just kind of a nice little bit of a different shape as opposed to like a classic round, but it's very subtle. I like them. They're a nice little size. Then we're going to be using a 6mm Czech glass pearl. So that's another bead we're going to be using. They come in a lot of different colors as well. And then we're going to use my new favorite beads, which are these English cuts. So I still have a couple on a strand. So you see how these are almost like a rough cut, which I really like. I think it gives it a nice vintagey look, and it's just a little something different, and they catch the light really nice too. So these are called English cuts. And then I've got some itty bitty 2mm Czech glass fire polish that we're going to be using as well. So we're going to be combining a lot of different beads here. And then I've got 4 different types of seed beads. I have a turquoise 8-0, and these are Toho rounds. I have an 11-0 Toho round in this pretty green color. And these are all there in that shopping bag if you want to see the actual color names and things like that. And then I have a bronze 8-0 as well, because this had that bronze on the inside of it, because this had the turquoise and the bronze, so I wanted to do that. And then I have these little demi rounds, and these are great little spacers, and these are an 11-0 demi round. So they're like a little like a squished seed bead. If you're not familiar with demi rounds, I can put a couple on my needle real quick because they're an interesting little bead, and I don't use them that often. But when I do use them, I'm always reminded how cool they are. So you see that they are basically a really thin little 11-0, and they come in different sizes too. So that's a really great little like spacer. And now then I do want to show you one thing with this too. So I did notice that this does kind of spin around, and I'm not so sure if I want it to spin around or not. So what I might be doing later is I might run a little line of E6000 glue up here, and I'm tempted to glue the top beadwork to that bead. I'm not sure. It's something I really haven't done before, but I'm not so sure I want this to spin. So that's just a little design note that I might be doing at the end just to kind of secure it, or I could just put a little glue right here and a little glue right there just to keep the beadwork on the top. So that's kind of just a troubleshooting design idea I just wanted to share. Oh, and then hi, everyone's saying I like the move. So that's the thing, is like I love it that we have options. Yeah, it is kind of fun. It does spin, and it spins kind of nice. So it's just personal preference there. Why no spin? You know what? That's a great question, Karen. You know what? We can keep it so it spins. I didn't bring any glue out, but yeah, it's cool that it does spin. And it spins nicely too. It's not like it's not too loose. Aw, thank you, Miss J. Oh, and Netta saying it looks good as spinning too. Oh, good. Oh, thank you, Vanessa. I'm glad you like the classes. We have so much fun. Fairy spinners. Okay. All right. Maybe we have to keep it spinning now that it has the name Fairy Spinners. I love that. So maybe we have to keep it spinning. All right. So what we're going to be using is you're going to need a needle. I'm using a size 11. A size 10 would be fine too. So a 10 or an 11 needle. And then for the samples, I used Wildfire in a white color. It's a 0.006 if you see that. But for the demo, I'm going to be using black because it's just easier to see on camera. So again, it's going to be the 0.006. Could the spin break the wire over time? That's a great question. I don't actually think it would. I don't think it spins enough or is heavy enough to put that much stress on it. Also, there's several strands of beading thread through here. You'll see when we make it that I'm going through this bead a couple times. So it's got a little bit more bulk in there than what one might think. Great question though. Oh, hello, Paula. All right, guys, we're gonna start. So I have 20 inches of Wildfire on my needle. I have no knot and I have no bead stopper. And so what I'm gonna do is I am going to pick up actually let me put out some seed beads first. I'm gonna make a little pile of all my seed beads. And I did put some color variations of certain beads in that shopping bag just to give some ideas. I also know things tend to sell out a little quickly here during these lives. So just in case something sold out during the live, I wanted to put a couple little other options in there. And then there's even more on the website. So there were way more dagger beads, aster beads. There was a lot of other choices. The Czech glass pearls came in a lot of different colors. So you could really make these earrings in a number of color combinations as well. Okay. All right, so I've got the little piles spread out here. And I've got my needle, and like I said, there's no stopper on here because we're gonna do like a circle and then we're gonna tie it. So what we're gonna start with is we're gonna pick up one of these really pretty English cuts, and then we're gonna do a little demi round, followed by a dagger, and another demi round, and another dagger. And the daggers look great from both sides, so we're not worrying about how we're picking them up or if they look good on one side versus the other, which is really nice. Oh, the daggers are not in the bag. Oh, thank you, Karen, for telling me. I'm gonna have Michelle check that out and make sure that we can get them in the bag. Thank you. All right, so this is what we've got so far. Oh, hello, Tilly. Oh, Paula dog sat this weekend is moving slow today. Oh my gosh, I would too. We spent the Sunday with a puppy, a friend's puppy, and oh my goodness, they have got energy. All right, so I'm picking up another demi and another English cut, and I'm just letting this sit down on my table. I'm gonna tie this together here in a minute, so I'm just kind of making sure it doesn't go too close to the end here. Oh, thank you, Michelle. All right. Thank you, guys. It's so helpful. If you ever notice anything is missing or you want like an extra color variation put in there, just let us know. Michelle is amazing. Okay, so now I'm picking up a bronze 8-0, the pearl, and another bronze 8-0. Oh, thank you, Rita. I like this pair of earrings. It was really fun to do. I always, I tend to let the beads dictate the design. So I pulled all these beads first, not knowing if I was making a necklace or an earring or a bracelet. And I did basically what you see here. I just laid them all out so they were ready to be picked up. And then I just started playing. And that's how I usually make my designs, is I have everything laid out and then I can just start picking it up and doing color combos. Oh, thank you, Luna. Okay, so this is what we have. We have an English cut, a demi round, a dagger, a demi round, a dagger, a demi round, a dagger, a demi round, another English cut, an 8-0 bronze, a pearl, and an 8-0 bronze. And we want to make sure that our tail is at least 6-7 inches long, and we're just going to tie this together. I love it when we start like this because it's almost like you're doing part of your finishing technique at the very start. So we're just going to tie a nice little knot. So we're just going to make a little loop. Bring them together, and you can see this formed the base of our earring really quickly and easily. Oh, thank you, Paula. Can they be done without the olive color bead and moved up? Probably. You can do a lot of different variations on this. Oh, I think I see what you're saying. Yes, you could do that for sure. You could skip the olive bead and just go right to the sun wheel. All All right, so we did a little knot right there, and now what we're gonna do is we're gonna go and knot it again. And I'm gonna go through twice. Once, twice, and pull that down. And what's nice is our bottom is done. So that was really easy to do. I'm still gonna go in at the end and weave in my tail and tie another knot, but my anchor point is actually part of my design. Oh, thank you to Tilly. I know, right? It's like the earring is already partially done, and all we did was put some pretty beads. They're beautiful beads. Put some pretty beads and make a circle and tie a knot, and we have a really pretty design. Yeah, I'm a green girl. I don't know if it comes with the red hair. I love like oranges and greens, but definitely I think I put into the shopping bag some blue of these pearls. I also put, I think, purple. So if you're not a big green person, you can definitely swap out the pearl color. The daggers come in a bunch of, I think the daggers, I want to say there's like maybe 40, 50 colors of daggers. There's a lot of different colors of daggers as well. Okay, so now what I'm going to do is I'm just going to go through that bronze bead and my pearl again to come out the other side. Okay, so this is what we've got. So we've got our tail hanging out here that we're just going to kind of work around. We're just going to ignore that. And now we are ready to do the second layer, essentially, of our earring. And so for this one, we're going to pick up a little demi round, and I like the demi rounds because we don't have a lot of space right here because this other bead is exiting it, but it's a nice little thin bead to go in there to kind of jump us up to the next level. Now I'm going to do a green seed bead, a turquoise seed bead. Let me put some of these out. And then we're going to pick up one of these little drops. Oh, thank you, Joe. Okay, and we are going to do a giveaway today, guys. So if you're joining us, right now, we are going to do this giveaway for the kit for this bracelet. It's a Czech glass memory wire bracelet kit. We're going to do a giveaway here in probably about 10 minutes or so, 10, 15 minutes. So that will be really fun too. But you have to be on Beadaholique in order to enter, because we have to be able to see your comment live, and we can only see that live in real time here on Beadaholique. So pop on over to Beadaholique if you're not already here. Okay, so this is what I've picked up since exiting that pearl. So I had a little demi round, a green 11-0 seed bead, that turquoise 8-0, and that drop, and I'm having the drop in this direction. And then I'm going to do another green seed bead, an 11, and another demi round. And now I'm ready to pick up my main focal bead. And again, like the daggers, it looks really pretty from both sides. So there's not a right or wrong way, which I love. Because if you've worked with beads that have right and wrong ways, you know you really have to pay close attention to it. Oh, hello, Ray. So we're going to pop that one on. And now we're just going to repeat this sequence. So we're going to do a demi, followed by a green, pick up another one of these drops, but because we're going down this time, we want to pick it up from the narrow end first. Oh, thank you, Margaret. Yeah, I would do orange with this too. I would absolutely do this earring in an orange color. I would love it. I would do it in this too. I like this aster bead with like orange and pale blue, like a mustard even. I do like those colors. All right, okay, so here we go. And now we just need to add a turquoise seed bead. Thank you for the hearts, guys, I love it. I'm definitely wearing these earrings. I love them. They're gonna be really fun to wear. Oh, hello, Myra. Okay, so now we've got the turquoise seed bead, which is the 8-0, the green, and the demi. Okay, so you can kind of see what we're doing here. Now we're gonna loop back through that pearl, and we're gonna go through the pearl, and we're gonna go through all these beads, including our center focal. So we're just going to follow our thread path, starting with going through the pearl. And like all of our shows, this one is archived. So if you want to go back and rewatch, as soon as it ends, the archived version becomes available. So you can always go back and rewatch how to make this. So the beading is actually beading thread, and it is 0.006. So it's wildfire. I'm doing black for the demo. I think black or white would work. But 0.006, so it's a little bit thicker, which I think gives it a little bit more body. Okay, so we're going to keep going up. And this wildfire 0.006 is my go-to. I use it for almost every one of these bead weaving projects. Okay, so I'm going to go all the way through again till I exit that nice focal bead. So this is what we've got. So we're really working from the bottom up. I had such fun with these beads, I gotta tell you. It was just so delightful to pair them together and see them all laid out and then try to come up with a design. I loved it. Can you use regular beading wire for this? Oh, like a soft flex or a Beadaholique? You could try it. You would have to figure out where you're going to crimp it though, because I have seen beading wire that's been done with loops. You could also try like artistic wire. I think it's easier to do with something like wildfire because the wildfire is so soft and flexible. But you could always try it. So definitely, I always say give it a try, see if it works. There's more than one way to do this. So great question. Okay, so now we are going up to our next level, and this time we're going to add 2 of the demi rounds, followed by a green 11-0, another bronze bead, and now we're going to pick up our first of our little pretty faceted fire polished 2 millimeters, and then we're going to do another English cut, followed by another bronze, and then an English cut, another 2 millimeter. I'm going to see if I can get this all on my beading needle so we can see it all at once. And then another bronze, another green 11-0, and 2 more demis. Let's see if this all will not pop off my needle. Okay, so here is the sequence. It's all on my needle at once here, guys. So 2 demis, an 11-0, the 8-0, the pretty 2 millimeter fire polish, that English cut. You see how neat that looks next to the fire polish too. And then another 8-0, which is the bronze, the English cut, the 2 millimeter, the green 11-0, and the 2 demis. Yes, this will be archived, so you will be able to see it the replay on Beadaholique or on our YouTube channel as well. Okay, so let those guys all slide on down. And now we're going to go through our main focal bead again. And that's why when we had the question about will this wear down the wire or the thread in the middle of the focal bead, I was like, I don't think so, because we're going through it enough times that I feel like it has some structure in there. Okay, and then we go like this. I'm just going to pull this so my tail is out of there. Oh, thank you, Lorraine. I know, I want to make this in a bunch of colors. All right, so this is what we've got now. So you see how we're just working our way up. It's almost like a crown up here. So it's almost like a pretty beaded surround. And you see that the middle bead is that 8-0 bronze bead. So what oh, thank you, Tracy. Okay, so what I'm going to do now is we're soon going to be adding a jump ring. So I'm going to get my jump ring ready. So it'll be easier to do this if I get my jump ring ready. So I'm going to find that opening right there. So the needle is a tulip needle, and I'm using an 11, but a 10 would also work totally fine as well. Okay, so I got the jump ring. It's open and ready. Now we're going to go back through all the beads on this half until we exit the bronze bead. Yes, this would make a beautiful pendant. Good call on that one. Yeah, I'm tempted to do a lot of variations of this exact design. Like, I think you could really have fun finding pretty focal beads and kind of doing just different variations with different colors of daggers or different colors of focal beads. Okay, so now we're exiting that center 8-0. And now what we're going to do is we're going to pick up our last sequence of beads. So we need a demi round, followed by an 11-0, and I'm using the green. We're going to do another one of these 2mm fire polishes. We're going to do a nice turquoise 8-0. And I think we're going to finish this whole earring, and then we're going to do the giveaway. I think that's going to be easiest, so we see the whole design complete, and then we'll go ahead and do the giveaway. All right, so this is what we've got. We've got a demi round, an 11-0, a 2mm fire polish, an 8-0, a 2mm fire polish, an 11-0, and a demi round. Ooh, a choker. That would be really pretty. Okay, so now what we're going to do is we are going to now just make basically a circle and go back through that center bronze 8-0 bead. So a lot of like circles, it's like a lot of circular motions just going back through, okay? But what we're gonna do now is before we pull this tight, we're gonna isolate this turquoise bead right here and slip the jump ring through it. So the jump ring is gonna go right in that hole right there, which is why we popped it open a little bit early so that we could have it ready. So we've got this. And we're just gonna go right through the bead. And it slips right on there. So I'm gonna set this down. And now I'm gonna take my other chain nose and I'm just gonna close up that jump ring. And now, once that jump ring's closed, I can pull my thread. Okay, so there we go. So you see that jump ring's in there. And I did not close my jump ring perfectly, but there's actually no way of it coming undone because it's stuck in that bead right there. So that's our jump ring attachment so that we can attach the earring. So what I'm gonna do now, or the earring hook, I should say. Now I'm actually ready to tie this off. So you can, if you like, you can go back through your beadwork some more. And then I'm gonna go through this side because this is the side I came out on. Okay, so which needles do I prefer besides tulip? So tulip I like because they don't bend on me. So I've been using tulip for a while because I put a lot of pressure on my needles, and I have found that other needles tend to become a bit distorted, like curved or break on me. So I haven't been using anything besides tulip for quite a few years, but that's a good question. Can you use the wildfire for a necklace? Yes, absolutely. All right, so I went through those beads, and now I'm just retracing my steps. So I'm just kind of pulling it. It just gives it a little bit more structure, and then I'm going to go through my middle bead again. I'm not adding anything more. I'm really just retracing. And then what I'm going to do is when I get over to this side, I'm going to keep retracing, and I'm just going to kind of pop out one of the beads along the run of them. And now I'm going to tie a knot. So to tie a knot, I'm just going to slip under the thread bridge. And you see it makes like a little loop right there. I'm just going to take my needle, go through the little loop, and pull it. And then there's going to be a little discreet knot between my beads. And give it a little tug. And I kind of like to go over the same spot a couple times. And then I'm going to go through the bead next to it. And then by doing that, you kind of pull that knot into the bead a little. So you see how that knot just kind of disappeared into my beadwork? So now I don't even really see it. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to do one more knot because I always like to do it in a couple places. I don't know. It's just being, I guess, overly cautious. I figure, you know, it's like you want to wear these, you want to be confident that they're not going to fall apart, that type thing. So I'm going to do another knot. Yes, you could, if you did a crimp tube and clasp, you'd want to switch to beading wire. because the crimp tube is not going to work with your wildfire, but you can stitch on a clasp with wildfire. I do that a lot. So I just stitch on my clasp. Okay, so then we're just going to go through this again and pull, and then just go through my beadwork. And you can kind of get the idea. It's just we keep going through our beadwork. All right. Yes, so I find that the tulip needles are definitely more resistant. So like I said, I feel like I'm kind of rough on my needles. Other needles tended to like curve and bend after a number of uses. The tulip ones, for me, tend to stay straight. I've never had a tulip needle bend on me. So that's why I tend to use the tulip ones, because they keep their shape. Great question though. Oh, okay. And then Michelle is saying, yes, I have broken an English needle. I haven't broken a tulip. And that's how I feel too. I haven't broken a tulip one. So that's, they feel stronger. All right. So once you've done that, you've done a couple knots, you're just going to go in, you're just going to trim your tail. And then you will go back and you will put a needle on your tail right here, because you left it 6 to 8 inches. And you'll do the same thing. You'll just weave it in, maybe tie one more knot because you already started with a knot, and then trim it once you're done with that. And then when you're ready for the earring hook, now I'm using this cute little earring hook right here. I did put in the shopping bag this one. There was one that was like, oh, that's really pretty too, kind of like a little bit elevated. This I think is a gold filled one, and this is a plated one. So I put a couple options. And then you just open up the little loop and slip on your jump ring, which is so easy. And you know that it's nice because you're not putting the earring finding like on a thread bridge. You're actually putting it on a jump ring. And there is your finished design. So there's your finished earring. You would just have this part right here finished. I'll go do that later, but it's the same technique where you just tie a little discreet knot and then weave in your tail. So I think these are really fun. They're not that hard to do either, which is nice. And I think you really could do so many variations of these as well. So, oh, thank you guys. Okay, let's do the giveaway. So the giveaway is for this kit. This is memory wire. This is a memory wire bracelet kit. What you get is you get the memory wire and you get all the beads in the kit. The memory wire is pre-cut for you to be 6 rounds. Oh, okay, good. I'm reading all the comments. Thank you guys. I'm glad you like it so much. Okay, so here is it. And memory wire is great because it's so forgiving. It's really easy to do. And it really is like one size fits most people. So it's a really nice item for that respect. And this is the kit. And so the question what we're gonna do, let me explain this for anyone who hasn't joined us before for a giveaway. I'm going to ask a question. And the first person to type the correct answer into the comments here at Beadaholique so that we can see them will win. Michelle is going to be on the lookout for the correct answer. So she's going to flag that because it comes really fast. And so I can't see them that quickly. So she is great. Okay, so the question to win this Czech Glass Bohemian Memory Wire bracelet is, what year was Beadaholique founded? What year was Beadaholique founded? First correct answer here at Beadaholique will win. All right. Oh my goodness. I'm seeing lots of guesses. Oh my gosh. Okay. I saw the correct answer and I saw Michelle's comment pulling the correct answer, but it went way too fast for me to see. So Michelle, if you can go ahead and post again who the winner was. The correct answer was 1999. 1999 was when Beadaholique was founded. All right, and I'll let Michelle pop in with the winner's name so we can all see who won. Those comments went so quickly. Oh my gosh. Yeah, a long time ago. All right. Okay. I'm seeing some. Okay. Who was the correct answer? Oh, Sandra. Congratulations, Sandra. Yay. Congratulations. Rita, yes. If you purchase this kit, I did put some in the shopping bag. You do get the instructions as well. There's also a YouTube video for it too. So there's a tutorial for it, and the instructions come with the kit as well. Congratulations, Sandra. Yay. I hope you have lots of fun with that. You're going to get oodles of beads. It comes with a ton of beads. There's this color variation too. I think we had a couple other colors, but they're now sold out. But this is the one we're going to send to you, Sandra. So really pretty colors for here late summer going into fall. Aw, thanks, guys. Okay, let me show you these earrings. I know memory wire is one of my favorites too. I love it. It's just fun. It's just because it's not complicated and you really can't go wrong with it. So I love working with memory wire. All right, guys. So here again is this earring. So if you do have any questions, if you decide to make this and want to go back, the replay is going to become available just as soon as this show ends. So you'll be able to see it. And again, lots of different options for daggers and Czech pearls and focal beads. I do like these aster beads too. They come in a bunch of colors as well. So you could do some really fun stuff with that. Oh, thank you, Eric. These were really fun to make. I love them. And it was a request. It was a community request here of do some jewelry with daggers. So you guys, I really appreciate it when you offer suggestions or if there's something you want to see. It really helps me because then I pull those beads and I play with them and see what I can come up with. All right, guys, I'm going to flip my camera up. Just a quick reminder, everything on Beadaholique is 40% off. I do know things are selling out. So if there's anything that you have in your shopping cart, make sure you check out so that you can get it and play with it. And then, oh my gosh, what else? Oh my gosh, I love this. You have a kit for the orange. Yes, we do have a kit for an orange. This is really fun. You guys have been so fun today. I love it. Great way to spend my afternoon. So much fun. I'm going to flip this camera back up. Here we go. Yay. Okay. I love these. So if you make these, I would love to hear about it. I'd love to hear what color combos you do. This is one option. Again, here's the scale so you can see what they look like. They're not too heavy either, which is really nice. So they're not too heavy. And they're really fun to make. So thank you for joining me today. I am going to have fun wearing these, and I am going to do color combos. You know what? If I do some color combinations, I'll show them in another show because I do want to take that same design and I want to do it in different colors because I think it's really fun to make. All right, thank you, Francie. Congratulations again to Sandra. That was great. We'll send your kit out to you so you'll connect with Michelle. So what else? Oh, Deb is here tomorrow. So check out Deb. She's wonderful. So Deb will be here teaching a live class tomorrow at 10:30, and I'll be back on Thursday. I just forgot what day of the week it was. I'll be back on Thursday at 9 a.m. So we'll do something fun then as well. Oh, thank you guys. Thank you, Monica. Thank you, Linda from Boston. I've got Boston on the brain. Thank you, Santa Barbara girl. Everyone is always a joy and so much fun to come here and do these live beading classes. It is really wonderful. So have a great day. This video will become available just as soon as I hit the end for the show. So if you want to go back and rewatch, you can. All right. Thank you, Paula. Oh, thank you, Parvinder. Have a great rest of your day. Have a good Monday, and I'll see you guys on Thursday. Take care.